Yo, yo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett, uncensored on the internet, with episode 31 of Splinterlands 101. Joining us as usual, co-host of the show, finest gentleman who ever lived, Matt Clark.
Hey, everyone.
Here's Matt Clark. He's one of the finest gentlemen that ever lived.
The Geo of the Geotrix, Geotrix.
Hello, guys.
And joining us tonight, our guest, you may know him as Anubis85, or you may know him as Crypto Panda. Welcome to the show, Andrew.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right. So we usually start off with the curiosity factor. Like everyone ends up on Splinterlands from, they say all roads lead to Rome. So if Rome is Splinterlands, which road did you take to get to Splinterlands? How did you discover it? From a crypto background, investing, NFT, how did you get here?
So I came from a crypto background. My degree is in networking and cybersecurity.
Oh, wow.
So I got into crypto as like a hobby. And then about 2016, I left the corporate world and went full-time in crypto. Shortly after, I found Splinterlands in 2019, I believe. And I really enjoyed playing. And over the years, I've really built out my accounts.
So working in cybersecurity and all that kind of coding, should we like lock our keys or something while we're all hooked up together here on Zoom, or...
Well, I'm using a different PC than what's connected to all of my accounts.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I tend to play things safe anyway.
Mm-hmm. So that's it. We've never had anyone from that kind of background before, and
yeah, primarily mining.
Mining as well.
Primarily crypto mining. Yeah, that's
okay. Geo,
that's how
maybe you've got some questions then. Geo's mining Ergo at the moment.
I just mine Ergo on one single laptop on an RTX 2070 Super. Just humble beginnings. But yeah, yourself, what are you mining? What's your rig setup like? Like, how many cards you got running?
So I actually use ASIC miners. I've got my garage set up with them. Primarily, I mine X11 Dash. I use Fusion Silicon X7s. So I have multiple Fusion Silicons running.
Man.
Kurt was the first one to get me onto Dash back a few, 3-4 years back before it went on its bull run.
Yeah.
But it was my first introduction to a privacy coin. And it wasn't long after all the Australian exchanges, all of a sudden, as soon as you log in, you had to click on a box to say that it's a condition of using this exchange that you do not, or you cannot buy, trade, or whatever investment coins. We're extremely regulated here in Australia. And the Australian government doesn't like the idea of us being able to do something they don't know about. So privacy coins are a big no-no here. So you usually have to buy Bitcoin or something like that, and then go to Trade Ogre, and then from Trade Ogre get your Monero or Pirate Coin or whatever, and then Monero, for example, that will go on Exodus. I did have some Pirate Coin, some R for a while. And then one with the wallet upgrades, it was such a mess around. It really put me off. The fact that I have this really dedicated old school style wallet. Being old school, I guess it's probably better security than most of them. But for someone who's not like a genius when it comes to that kind of thing, it was a bit of a mess around for me. So only privacy coin I'm into at the moment is Monero, but Exodus does take Dash, but I can't actually get my hands on it without buying a different crypto and then changing somewhere and then setting it back. Fees, yeah. Everyone takes their slice at every step of the way. Yeah. So you are guessing mining Dash, you're a bit of a privacy coin fan?
Um, I've been in. Dash was one of the first coins that I got into back in 2013 or so, and so I got a
Wow.
single ASIC miner back in like 2015, and yeah, it was just the one I was more partial to in the early days, and so I mean, all of my miners at this point are way paid for, so I just keep mining it because it's still profitable. But
Yeah. What about electricity costs? Even in the bear market at the moment, you still able to stay ahead of that?
yeah, so I pay just over 8 cents a kilowatt hour where I live, and it is still profitable. Very profitable if the miners are paid for to still keep them chugging. I'd
That's
say
fairly
a
cheap.
single ASIC will burn about $50 worth of electricity in a month, and a single ASIC miner mining the Dash that I'm mining, it mines about $120 worth of Dash a month.
Jeez.
So
Yeah.
it still is profitable, especially if you can if you can stay under that 10 kilowatt percent, hour.
Yeah.
We have 20 cents here per
That's
kilowatt hour.
expensive.
That is very expensive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
actually, it could be a bit more. I haven't looked in a small while, so could be a little more.
Yeah.
Everything's going through the roof here at the moment, though. Ever since the pandemic, because Australia locked down its borders in March 2020, and that included incoming ships, so goods and services. So right now, we're really feeling the hammer end of the economic brunt of the extended lockdowns that we had. Petrol is twice as much as it was in 2019. Fruit and vegetables up to 5 times what it was in 2019. And because Australia is so spread out, a lot of, and where we're positioned geographically with the rest of the world, most stuff comes into either Sydney or Melbourne and then travels around the country by truck. So of course, when petrol goes up, everything that goes by truck goes up as well. But we've always been getting shafted when it comes to energy.
Yeah,
Internet, software.
all of it.
Yeah. So where are you playing at the moment in the leagues?
So my main account, I play two accounts that I physically play. And one of them is in silver. I play a gold foil silver account. It's Fiction 85. I think I can check real quick, but I want to say it's in the top 15 right now. 14th on silver, and that's I play in wild on and then I'm playing modern champion. And my modern champion account, I think, is 27th right now.
Our last guest, Blue Hat, his Blue Hat account, he plays leaderboard in bronze, and was saying that like as soon as you get around about 11, losing one game drops you down about 30 points, and then
Yep.
he's testing this strategy. You might have some insight on this, that like once he gets there, he just stops playing and just lets everyone else kick themselves out.
I usually once I reach about the top 10 or so, I really will stop playing until some of the other accounts start pushing their way up, and then I'll start playing to take their rank points. But yeah, I mean, if you're ranked in the top 10 or so, if you take a loss, you're taking 25 to 30 rating points away, and for a win, I'm getting like 1 to 3. So it can be frustrating. So
you've been around for a while. So you're playing in Matt's. Although Matt, you're playing in Wild.
I'm in Wild, yeah.
Before
on my champion account, I'm playing modern this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before the modern Wild format came in, were you in Championship Wild or Championship OG?
I've been in Champion League for several months. That's where I stay. I usually finished before the change. I would finish in about champion 2, high end of champion 2. So
Alright. So you would have come
Impressive,
across Matt a couple of times?
yes, I
Yes.
have.
Yeah, the name Anubis 85 is very, very well known to me. My kids have actually learnt some of the juicier words that they know in the sentence where Anubis 85 has actually come up. So, yeah.
And we might have to see if we
Yeah.
can dig up a link or two.
Yeah, no, we've
drop into
definitely
the
crossed
blog.
paths. We've definitely crossed paths in the past. Yeah, I like the fact that you don't see your opponent until afterwards now.
Yeah, I
because-
enjoy that change too.
Yeah, because I often there are names like yourself, Jacek, Byzantine Kitty, you know, the guys at the top who, you know, I'll see the name and then I'll get in my own head and
Start
I'll just
trembling.
think
I do.
he knows. Yeah,
I do the exact same thing even where I play. When I could see their names, I'd be like, well, this is another loss.
exactly. And you lose before you've even started the match, and then you think, should I do this? No, he's going to know. He's in my head. He's in my room. Like this guy is, and so you really, you tie yourself up in knots. So I probably am fairly predictable. So I'm glad for the change, and B, not seeing the guy's name really helps me to just go, okay, mana cap, rule set, just do your best team you can, and away you go. So, but yeah, I'm just looking now. I think I'm 270th or something in champion at the moment. So I tend to hang around champion 3, try to sneak into 2 just towards the end of the season. But the standard of competition is just insane. So, you know, I'm just happy to be a champion, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially
There's some really good players out there.
Yeah.
Man, the modern format is where it gets hard. I'm in gold 1 and I struggle, right? And I only got I don't have any untamed cards really and all that. So it's hard. It's really good competition. So if I want that, I just play to get chest and the season chest, I'll just swap into wild. So just I just thrash through that, build it up, and whenever I'm feeling a bit competitive, I'll jump over. That's how I do it anyway.
I should have another go at Modern, actually, now that I've opened some packs.
Oh,
I had a look at Modern when the change first came, and I only played one game, and it got to the point where I can't remember what the rule said or the mana was, but I didn't even have enough cards to fill the mana of that match. And I thought, okay, I don't belong in Modern. But as soon as the airdrop finished, a Geo actually came over to my place and we made a big deal of it. It was when something super exciting happens, you've got no one to share it with. It's like,
it's where's the next guy?
Yeah, so Geo came over and I opened 37 packs. After 37 packs, I ran out of potions. So, and like Matt was saying in Discord, rather than buy more potions, they're coming pretty thick and thin now in the rewards. So I'm just going to open more packs as I get more potions. But super stoked. I got my first ever gold foil legendary. I got myself Uriel the Pacifier. And
Nice.
it reminded me of previous episodes. Matt, you like to talk about the virtual world. Like, who wants to have stuff nowadays? You've got to move around, and especially when it comes to card games, you lend your card to a friend, comes back with a tear in the corner or a bend or whatever. And I was saying to Gio tonight, if my Uriel was an actual physical card, it'd be wrecked already. It's been used so much. And also scored a goal for Epic. I got an Igor in the chest. And now, yeah, all up out of 37 packs, I was pretty happy with what I got. Quite stoked with what I got. And just to add to the mood, I bought myself a level 5 Silver Shield Assassin, because level 5 is where he gets poison. And where I play in gold, I can go to level 6, but all he gets for level 6, I think it's just one more life. So for another 25 cards, I thought, because it cost me, I think, $58 to get a level 5. And Gio was looking at him tonight. And what did you say he is now? Like $80 or something for a level 5 at the moment?
$290 per BCX, I believe, is the lowest, and that's at a level 8. So when people put those prices lower, it's usually for a higher leveled card. But for the single, it's like I don't know, like 340, 360 or something, 320. I'm not too sure, but it's around there. And this guy just sniped in at like 263, I think, 264 per BCX, level 5, perfect level. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
I like to use him in. I like to use him in second place.
Yes.
So there's a really good chance that he hits their last card and poisons it, and then your tank goes, and then he gets a crack at their first card. And if he can poison 2 cards in the same, obviously opportunity rule sets that type of thing as well. But you really want to spread that poison around. So if you can hit the back card and then hit the front, then you one card's done poison to 2 of his.
I might try that because I've been using him in 3rd position where the mana allows. I've got Uriel, Sandworm, Assassin for some like heavy damage in the life. But yeah, I might try him in 2nd.
Nice.
What's your cards and splinters like favorite go-tos, or if you have any, Andrew?
I really enjoy playing Earth, and I really enjoy playing Life. And I hate playing Water. I know that I'm in the minority for the most part, especially for old players, but I hate playing Water.
Okay. Why is that?
I don't know. I never got into it, and I always found it very easy to counter with Earth. Earth has so much magic reflect and output of the reflect and damage that I never got into playing Earth. I enjoy playing Dragon too.
Okay. Yeah, that's one I don't play because I've only got a level 2 Selena, so
I enjoy playing Dragon with Water. Even though I hate playing Water by itself. If it's Dragon Water, I can play that.
Yeah, I often I've only got Alric Stormbringer as my only Water summoner because I'm working off the old cards, which I'll always be wild. I'll never play modern. Half my cards have been in the game longer than aggro has. So I will often if I want to use, say, low mana, I love Sea Monster for Water, but using Alric it's a waste because he's +1 to magic, and so I will often use, when you're saying Dragon Water, very often use Selenia Sky with Sea Monster and a couple of ranged guys behind him. Crustacean King, the Naga Assassin, I think, the 2 mana. Hoping that they're going to try for snipe and get the back. I can never remember the name for it. Backstab.
Backfire, yeah.
Yeah, backfire. And just that +1 to range from Selenia Sky, the Thorns on Sea Monster, the amount of damage that he does, the self-heal. Throw in an Albatross at the back for a bit of extra heal. Whenever I'm grabbing Alric, I kind of feel like I need to either go fully magic to take advantage of him, or I feel like I'm should be using something else. The Water Summoner, the new legendary Water Summoner, is the one I'm most looking forward to out of all of them. Because I've got all these high mana water cards and I can only summon them with a 3 mana Alric. So that's my big. I reckon my water game's going to improve substantially. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Nobody play this back to me. When we get that 6 mana legendary water summoner. So fingers crossed he's good.
I love hearing. You're going, Chair.
You're also forgetting about the Rift Watchers epic summoners too.
Oh yes.
Boy,
We'll see if they're high mana though. They might be 1 mana.
I reckon they'll be higher than probably 4 mana, right?
No.
Maybe 5 mana in between.
It's not up to me.
You want to pitch in on this, Andrew? You got any thoughts on that?
I've actually kind of been thinking that they might either be 2 or 3. And if they're 3, they might have 2 abilities, or they might be a 2 mana with 1 ability. I don't feel like we have a lot of low mana summoners anymore.
Mm,
Uh,
that makes a lot of
so
sense.
Matt managed to get himself a PJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's handy. I've got him. I've actually had him on wax for over 12 months now because I got Kirakiz. Thanks a lot, mate. He's he messaged me and said, "Oh, you've got a PJ. There's none on wax yet, so you can get number one if you move him over now." So I did, and now I don't know. Like, I don't want to sell him, but he's number one on wax. But if I take him off, somebody else moves theirs in, and he becomes the number one on
Yeah.
wax. So now I've sat here for over a year. The entire airdrop, I've seen his collection power adding to my SPS airdrop, sitting there on wax, but I haven't moved him and I haven't used him in over a year. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Do I sell him? Do I pull him off? Who knows?
So what's the whole thing with number one on wax? Is it just bragging rights, or is there some other benefit?
Well, collectors will pay a lot more for them, but the problem is you need like wax just seems to be on the wane. Wax seems it doesn't. I'm not hearing about it a lot. There's not a lot of buzz around it, so I don't know whether it's maybe. We got other promo cards. I don't know if you remember, Andrew, if you're around for the Splinter Horrors collection.
Yeah, I think I have 9 full sets of those.
Oh wow, that's nuts, man! Yeah, because I was just thinking about those the other day because I remember Chris and Carrie who were doing marketing at the time, or law, were talking about tournaments with the Splinter Horrors cards. You'd need to hold them, and then if your Splinterlands account is tied to a wax wallet that has a set of those cards, then you can enter that tournament. And that's not yet materialized. And I got 2 full sets, but 9 is nuts, man. Weren't they really competitive to grab at the time? Was it like you had to?
Yeah, I was at the DigiCon that they did that, so
Yeah.
I just went ahead and I bought 10 full sets, and then I ended up a few months later, right before the Glardon airdrop for the sets, I sold one of the sets and basically paid for the other 9, and then the other 9 have just been sitting there.
Yeah, I don't know what they're looking at price-wise. I haven't really investigated it for a while, but wax just doesn't seem to be moving or doing much at the moment. So, but then
I agree.
I'm just
I also think it
totally,
would be difficult to sell like a really high-end card like a PJ on wax. Because
yeah,
I mean, a lot of the people that would pay that kind of money are going to use it.
Mm.
exactly. And then the fact it's number one doesn't really matter then, because in order to use it, you got to take it off wax and bring it
Right.
across. So I'll probably end up just bringing him back across. I mean, I had it listed for $7,000 or something, and I wouldn't sell it for that now. So I wouldn't part with it for less than, I don't know, 25, 30, something like that. So I might just pull it back and just keep using it, because often those low mana matches, those 12 manas, if you can get a dragon summoner in there for only 2 mana,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's going to mix things up a bit.
So
Wax, huh?
what's the
Couldn't even
Splinter?
sell out of the Spirit Blade promo, and that was a lot less.
Good
than
point. Good
UK.
point. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Couldn't even sell out on
Yeah.
wax.
Yep, exactly. And that waka that just flew off the shelves with native with Splinterlands.
With
And
what,
then
11
ran out
minutes
and
was
then-
it, or something?
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
yeah.
Strip
What's
it
The wax
away.
ones just sat there.
Take it
What's
off.
What's a Splinter Horror card that I might know? I'm not familiar with Splinter Horrors.
That's what I want to know.
So
what are you
that
talking about?
they were part of they were like reskins basically of a couple of the Untamed. So they're Untamed cards. There was like a Glordon and
Oh,
Coral Wraith and
There's a flesh golem there. He's
Flesh
alpha
Golem.
beta.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually,
And the Charlock Minotaur was a reward card.
being an Earth fan, did you manage to get a Flesh Golem before Matt bought them all?
I think I have 2 beta gold foils, and then I've got an alpha level 4, I think. But I don't have a maxed Flesh Golem now.
Right.
you might have to hit Matt up.
Yeah. Matt's not going to sell his Flesh
He's
Golem.
a good card, but I really prefer the Pellicor Merc at the high end game over the Flesh Golem anymore. That Retaliate is just really good.
Yeah. Actually, it's so good hearing you guys talking about, because like my Merc, because 6 is where I've kept some of my cards I have maxed out, but I'm still like Earth I'm stuck on level 4 with Natura. Water level 4 Alric, but I've maxed out Fatty in Death, and I'm working Tarsa's level 5, so she's the next one. So in gold, I only need up to level 6, and Matt's talking about his sea monster with thorns. I still use sea monster an awful lot, but it doesn't have thorns. It's only got the heal, but it's
so
still
good.
it's still an awesome card just for that heal.
Yeah.
And my Pelacor Merc, I'm not sure what he does other than wings.
Heal.
He'll heal himself, and then he'll eventually gain retaliate.
When
And
does he get
that's that, yeah.
retaliate? Is that diamond, like say level 8 or something, or?
I think he heals at 8 for gold, and then he'll retaliate in game. Yeah.
Right.
He's a real monster with Llama.
Yeah.
Often he's the last card left over, and often it's him and Flesh Golem. And the Flesh Golem is great in most situations and really good, less vulnerable to magic damage because he has void. But that retaliate, often when they're locked and they just keep fighting, he'll hit and then he'll take a hit and then retaliate, and that's often enough to retaliate. Will very often wreck at that one-on-one. So yeah,
And
it's
flying.
The Pelacor Merc, though, he will lose to a Lamed Hydra every time.
Yeah.
Hydra's still the absolute
Yeah.
best with Llama for melee.
thorns and retaliate. It depends on the mana cap though too. What's a Hydra? How much is a Hydra to pull in?
6, so 13.
6?
Yeah,
Okay.
less than a Merc.
Yeah. Wow.
Hmm.
I never got a Hydra. I wish I had.
I have a
Nope.
base, but I don't have a maxed one.
Yeah.
I've rented a Hydra a couple of times. So, but my Earth go-to if I'm expecting magic, I use the Sacred Unicorn because it's got void. That's my go-to there. But so it's always good, like just hearing you guys talking about all these abilities. I think,
Yeah.
just makes me want to level up. I got my because a little shopping spree the other day with my assassin. I got my Sea Genie to level 6 in regular foil, and I'm 2 BCX short for my gold foil Sea Genie to level 6. So that's going to be my next thing. I think I need about $28-30 to get my Sea Genie gold foil to level 6. But my assassin was the top of my list, and I bought a few cubes. See what else did I spend? I don't know. It doesn't go very far. It's like you've got to have a list, otherwise.
Yeah.
In fact, even to get my assassin, I did the genie first, and it was like, oh no, I was like, I can't remember how short I was. I sold 2 level 1 fatties because my fatty's already maxed out. Because just quick math in the head for US dollars deck, like just no, that didn't work. What's next? And I couldn't work out how to do it. So I actually just quickly chucked $10 into CoinSpot, bought some Hive, transferred it across, and I was still 1,500 decks short. So I managed to like pull that out of my alt, which means there's no rent money in that alt anymore. So I topped that up again. Because my alts are self-sustaining, like from rewards for rentals. So I can't and plus rentals isn't working too well at the moment anyway with the new rewards because I've got to rent for 2 days. So but yeah, I love my little shopping sprees now, but the top of the list now
it's gonna be there in your account indefinitely, right?
Yeah.
I've got to say, you buy stuff that exists, you got to pick it up and move it somewhere else. It just seems more and more like a liability as your mind becomes rewired to this, crypto, I guess, consciousness. And Andrew, you'd be there after being around for so long. It starts seeming like a liability, having something that actually physically exists in, one place.
I can't find that card.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Who did I lend that to?
Oh, it slipped out of the folder and we've moved houses.
Oh, you spilt your coffee on my gold foil legendary.
Yeah, nah, that would be just
Yeah.
no good.
But
I've
yes,
actually
see
stopped.
Jenny's next. Just 2 BCX, see Jenny from a gold foil. And then I need to look at, I don't know. Yeah, Obsidian is level 3, Kayla's level 4, and Tarsa's level 5. So I think I'll get Tarsa to 6 first, because my Malric is, not Malric, Inferno. Yeah, Malric, yeah. He was only level 4 or 3, I can't remember. So that's why I wanted to work on Tarsa first. So I use Tarsa all the time now because Malric's only +1 melee, and Tarsa gives you 1 and the life. So that's why I wanted to max her first. So I think Kayla will be Kayla, what is it? Kayla. It's
I think
Kayla,
it's
isn't it?
that. Yeah,
Him next, and then Obsidian, I think.
it's a she, Bob.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You're
Get it
sounding a lot
right.
like a modern player there, Bob. To be honest, you know, giving up Malric for the newer for Tarsa. I don't know. Maybe modern's calling your name, man.
Maybe, but like, to get Alric
Stay
from
wild.
level 4 to level 6, that's just not possible for me right now.
Absurd, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
so on my part, I've actually stopped buying any new cards. I'm putting a pause. I'm just trying to accumulate as much as I can for the upcoming sets. And that's it. So yeah, I've just put a pause on everything. I'll just keep stacking on the deck.
Hodling that deck.
And just purchasing some credits and see where we go. How about you guys? Strategies on what you have planned for the upcoming releases of things?
Well, Matt's
Where's
got
that all at?
his sights on more flesh columns. So we'll see what Andrew's up to. What's your next big move?
My next big move. Probably gonna have to wait until land comes out, and I need to see how I'm gonna deal with that because I have a tract of land, and that's a lot of land to put monsters on.
Yeah.
So
Have
I
you got
need to see how that shakes out.
any views on that? Because like everyone's got their opinions, and some seem to be more weighted than others. Are you going to need max cards on your land? Is it going to be splinter specific? A lot of speculation. What's your take?
Yeah, my take, I'm gonna say that if you use a monster that is of the splinter of the land, you're probably going to get some type of bonus, and the higher level monsters will probably also get a bigger bonus than a base card. But I mean, that's still 750,000 cards that are going to come out of play and go to lands when land launches, and that's a lot of cards. And like right now, I do a lot of rentals, and I have some scholars and everything, but I just, my next big thing's gonna revolve around land when that comes out, because I've been sitting on that since Splinterlands sold it. I have a legendary totem too that I got from the raffle. I think there's only a couple hundred of those in the world.
Wow.
Score. Yeah, we got a. If you missed out on the first round of the regions, then you got. I think it was a region. You got a legendary totem for free. For having to buy in the second round instead of in the first. So because I got three in the raffle, and then I ended up with a fourth, and I actually TM'd Yabba, and I was like, dude, was there a mistake? I've got 4 legendary. He's like, oh, no, that's why that was. So yeah, I think land is really exciting. Gladiators, I think, are going to help a lot. I noticed you've got a guild. It's got Panda in the name somewhere. So are you running that? Is that your guild?
I'm the guild leader. We're Praetorian Pandas. Our main
Ah.
guild recruits gold plus players, and then we also have a Praetorian Panda Cubs for lower ranked or new players. Got about 35 people over there right now. So
nice. So then obviously you're prioritizing battling in brawls, merits in chests, upgrading store, trying to stack those gladiators, because I really feel like gladiators and land are going to be a great mix. So I've been really keen to get involved in brawls and try to get as many gladiators as I can, because I'm effectively personally I'm thinking about just retiring from battling when lands roll out and just play as a landowner. I guess we'll have to see how all the details actually pan out, but that's again, we don't know.
You
But
have that much.
Yeah, it's just nuts. It's crazy. I think 21-13 at last count. And the crazy thing about that is I look at dark energy crystals now and they're like 54 cents or something per thousand. And I remember they were down at around 34 cents per thousand back before the land sale went live. So I powered down some hives that I had and bought the dark energy crystals and then redeemed them at $1 per thousand to buy the region. So I didn't even pay the pre-sale price. I paid like, a third of the pre-sale price to get the region. And now it's like, the second region. And so now it's like, that was easily the best financial decision of my life so far. Without a doubt. As to what we're focusing on at the moment, I've got the cards that I want to play with. I'm sort of similar to where you are, Gio, but rather than saving for Rift Watches, I'm keeping an eye on what I've really been focusing on is the focuses, right? So I'm looking at cards that have multiple abilities and trying to work out which of the cards have multiple abilities that work through in multiple different focuses. Because I think they're going to be the ones that are popular, is where people are going to rent them for 2 days, not knowing what the next focus is, but you roll the dice. You've got a card with 5 abilities that can get into 4 focuses or something like that, then he's going to be far more valuable on the rental market. So I'm sort of out there. Yeah. That's kind of the way I'm playing the game at the moment.
Yeah, I'm doing something similar. I'm picking up rental cards that are good in all leagues. I want cards that are needed in every single league of play. Pellicor Conjurers are, I have like, I think 7,500 BX of those. Because, I mean, they're great cards in silver. They're great cards in gold. You needed it at in-game and Diamond and Champion. It's even decent in bronze. And for like a penny, I just keep buying them.
Yeah. And they're around 50 cents in gold foil too, because they've got 4, at max level, they've got 4 abilities, and that's 3 of them are valid for focuses.
Yeah, mine's just got flying and reflect at the moment. What else does he get?
He'll get a phase and divine shield.
Divine shield. Yeah.
And phase is just amazing.
Yeah.
And it pairs really well with Wraith.
Yes.
Coral Wraith?
Because Wraith, the new lifesaver, because he amplifies the magic reflect. And he also gives him the extra armor. So he's got the extra hit that he reflects back, and then another hit that he reflects back.
And then if you have repairs in the back too, right?
Exactly. You don't need to heal him; you just need to repair his armor. And life has a whole lot of repairs.
All right, so I think that like one point me wondering as well. Then, when you've got a card working on a block of your land, and on that too, a couple of focuses ago, I got 1,200 merits, which is for where I play it. That's a brawl's worth of merits, and that gave me enough for a pack. And I got my first gold foil gladiator. Not gold foil, sorry, legendary. Wasn't a gold foil, but I got my first legendary. Can't remember his name. It's a death card though, and I didn't even get a chance to use him in the current brawl. So I was a bit spewing about that. Cora is still my favorite one. But yeah, on that, if you've got cards working your land, do you think that could maybe work like maybe staking? Where you're gonna have to stake it for a period of time. You can't just pull it for a tournament, or anyone got any views or takes on that?
Well, if it's a gladiator card, you won't. True. Never thought about that. Well, you can't use gladiators for tournaments, right?
Not right now.
For brawls, even then.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Well,
so I'm not going to stick Cora on a block of land when I'm going to need her for the next brawl.
But that's why guys like Matt and Andrew who want heaps of these gladiator cards, who probably have heaps of these gladiator cards, maybe not enough for all the plots, I really doubt it. But you know, they would want that, right? Like you would
But
want
the thing
many
with gladiators,
cards.
you can't just buy them or trade them. Like you know, you've only got what you've got, you know. So
that's why I like the merit in chesting.
Yeah,
I like the merits in chess. I think it's sweet.
so has anyone got any views on how that's gonna work? Is it gonna be like staking or?
The way that I'm planning on it is I'm accumulating cards to work my land that I'm not going to be playing with. Like I keep my playing cards over here and then everything else, you know, that's doing other stuff over in a separate area. So, but I do a lot of tournament play. I probably do a dozen tournaments a week.
Okay.
I think you can earn way more money in tournaments if you can place than you can in ranked play.
Yeah. I've gained like anywhere between 30 and 40, but still 5x my entry fee. At
Exactly.
30 to 40th place. So
I think it's worth it at any level if you can like get more than your return back, right? More than what you put in. I think that's just cool.
Yeah. So how do you do in the tournaments, Andrew?
I do okay. I play a lot of League of Champions, Modern League of Champions. I would say my average place is probably 20th on the high end tournaments. And then if I play lower tournaments, I can usually do pretty well on those. But I consistently, like he was saying, place more than what I pay to enter. So
yeah, I only do the anytime tournaments because the check-in is usually like 4 o'clock in the morning here in Australia. So you get a bit of, oh, okay, put a team together and whack, whack, whack. And it's like, oh, back to bed. You know, so.
And with land, right? And the gladiator cards, maybe if people are using gladiator cards for land, maybe there won't be, or eventually will be a nice medium between cards that are being drawn or pulled out from like the market into land, and so there probably won't be as much of a shortage in the long run as people think so, because gladiator cards are also a component for land. So I don't know what your take is on that.
You can't
I think that's a valid
anyway.
I think it's a valid point, but I mean you also got to think though that they were saying that each of the lands is going to have a summoner for that team of monsters. That's 100,000, 150,000 summoners that are going to be pulled out too.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true.
I think it'll have a positive impact on the rental market for card lords.
For sure.
I think the one of the things that reassures me is that there will, by all accounts, be the capacity to rent out land plots to other players. So as long as there are people out there who have cards and who don't have land, if I have more land than I have cards, we can come to some sort of an agreement arrangement, however that works. Also, you know, they might have cards that I then rent from them to work my land. So either they rent the land from me or I rent the cards from them. I'm not too concerned. The other thing I think I found really interesting is the gladiators. With regular cards, you'll look at a card and you'll get quite a few. Maybe you pull a few golds from packs and say, oh, I might get this one up to my level in gold foil. Right. Others you'll just that's all right. It's a bit pricey or whatever. I'll just leave it in regular. With gladiators, you don't have a choice, right? What pops up is what pops up. So it could well be the case that by the time land does come around, guys who are quite competitive might find that they have a mid to high range regular foil and gold foil copy of the same card. So then they could just, well, I'll just pick the, whichever's most suitable to play in brawls, and the other one will then go on the land. So I think there's a bit more flexibility and depth there than maybe what we were thinking. And I keep coming back to Cryptomancer saying, as an estimate, he was saying that he would think that a guild that's maxed out, completely maxed out, which could be another year or two down the track, maxed out, doing well in a fray, in a top tier fray, could well pull down 50,000 merits per match, per brawl. And so then you're thinking, well, that's 25 packs, right? That's 125 cards. They add up. They add up quick, right? Especially if you've been progressively on the way there. So And once you have a max copy of a gladiator card, well, that's all you need to brawl with, right? Just one max copy. You can't do anything else with it. So if you get anything beyond then is just overflow straight into land, at least as far as I understand it.
I think that a lot of the bots too that are farming these merits will also use their gladiator cards, because I mean you can't really do anything else with them, but when land comes out, it'll give them a viable option to earn with those gladiators.
Yeah, they can be burnt for dark energy crystals, which can be sold. So I imagine bots will likely do that. But then again, it depends who's running the bot, right?
Yeah, I was going to say the bots that I run are accumulating right now. So
exactly.
Depends on who's behind it.
Yeah.
And gladiator cards have unlimited supply, right?
Mm. Yeah, so far it's everything I've seen is that it's unlimited. I don't know if more gladiator cards might be added at some point, like a deeper range. But for now, we've just got to say these, and they just keep getting printed.
So the most scarce of any card are the summoners. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I tell all of my new guys, you should start your decks with your summoners. Build your summoners first. Monsters are easy and cheap to rent.
Yeah. One thing I've new dilemma come across with my alts, they just run at bronze. I occasionally get into silver, but focus by focus, they're just bronze chests. And now that I'm getting merits, it's like, what am I going to do with these merits? Because like none of my alts are in a guild or anything. They're just bronze level cards, you know.
Yeah, right.
And is there going to be some use for these merits down the track in an old account that you can't trade or swap or do anything with? Anyone thought about that?
So maybe when they bring out their own card, the Splinterlands market, right? I think in game, is it? They want to do that. Maybe there will be a section for people. This is just speculation, who aren't in a guild to do something with their merits. Quite possibly.
Maybe if they did something combined with merits and potions. Because again, I've got a bunch of potions on my alts, and what I've had to do is send my card packs from my main account to my alt account to open them in the alt account with the potion to use up the potions, and then send the cards back to my main account because I don't keep cards in my alts. Alts just they rent, and if they don't, if they don't make their money back, then they don't. But yeah, so but merits is a new dilemma. What do I do with those on my alts?
Don't know. At the moment, I do not know.
Yeah.
Yeah, from everything I've seen, they can only be used to buy Gladius packs, which will have gladiators in them. They're soulbound to your account.
Yeah.
Right.
The merits, the packs, and the gladiators are all soulbound. So use them to borrow, use them to roll, use them on your land, but you can't do anything else with them apart from burn them for crystals.
Yeah.
Which could well happen, right? I mean, somebody with no land, he maxes out a gladiator, he pulls another one, burn it.
It's more of a use case than not being able to do anything with your merits, Yep.
So I guess when it gets to the point, if I accumulate 2,000 merits in an alt, I just have to say, hey Mick, can you just let my alt in for a moment so I can buy a gladiator pack, and then you can kick me out again. So at least you're holding a card rather than merits that you can't do anything with. Yeah,
that's pretty smart if you know a guild or if you're in one.
Hey, I've got a really good question for everyone, which came up. I've got the flying focus at the moment. Why doesn't the flying squid fly?
The beetle queen doesn't fly either in fire. I feel like the beetle queen should fly. She's even flying in her card.
Because I went to stats to look up, because mine's just got reach. I thought, I wonder what level it gets flying. It's like, it doesn't fly at all. Why is it called flying squid?
It flies through the water.
Yeah, that's about it.
There's a magic one that gets me like that too. It looks like it should have flying. I can't remember who it is now. But flying, I love Ice Pixie. She's old school, but man, she Shatter. Just, for 2 mana, you're getting Shatter. and some decent, a little bit of armor, some decent speed, like you just get a slightly slower card that's going to follow up, right? So she goes first, shatters whatever armor they have, and then yeah, I love Ice Pixie. I'm just looking through now, but she does have flying. Yeah, there's one that always gets me as well. That I'm like, why do you not have flying?
Yeah, I've got an Ice Pixie. I never use it though because it's too low. It's just
Yeah,
it's filler if anything. But and even then, it's too much mana for filler. I think it's under 4, isn't it? Because I think it comes up at in Little League. Is Ice Pixie under 4?
yeah,
She's
she's
two.
two mana.
Yeah, but so yeah, just an expensive chook, basically.
Dude, come on, don't say that about my girl.
I've got one of each now of the 0 mana legendaries. I got 2 Corpse
Okay.
Fiends in when I opened my Chaos packs. So that was the last. Corpse Fiend was the last one I needed.
So
Yeah.
functional, man. Especially
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
not playing in wild.
Yeah,
Just don't throw them in brawls because you're going to feed your opponent's bloodlust for free,
yeah,
and that free hit becomes not a free hit because you
yeah. I don't have to worry about that because I always have the A and B fray, so there's no chook
Ah.
or zeros
Don't go
in
in,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Now
should
you
we,
have me looking at cards with no with wings that aren't flying.
Right, let's do some battling then. So Gio, I'll send you one first, so Andrew can
Yeah.
sort of see what we do and how we work and stuff, and then we can do some battling there. And
Now I'm not fussed about the league or anything, so
alrighty,
you know, play to your strengths.
okay. All right, so I'll make it gold.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Sounds good.
gold, all cards.
Cool.
And what you find in a sec, Andrew, is the best part about this is everyone's faces, because you never get to see the face of your opponent when you're actually doing a battle.
I wish this blurred background blurred my face.
Okay, so we've
Right.
got unprotected and no neutrals, and everything except Earth.
Yeah.
How much mana cap?
29.
Yep, 29.
See, instinctively, I'd go Earth, Stone Golem.
Yeah, no Earth.
some stuff
Earth is the
behind him.
only
Yeah.
seat that's not available.
Yeah.
I would have also reached for Earth first with unprotected.
Yeah.
Probably would go with Dragon or probably Dragon with Fire next.
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking that Molten Ogre, something like that. That's even Pit Ogre, something is big and got a lot of health.
Mhm.
Something with Enrage. Yeah, Pit Ogre would be good there.
What's that
Maybe
wide
behind it.
tusk or tusk the wide? It's got like 12 life or
Well, with no Earth though, are you that afraid of magic?
I just spilt my coffee. Damn.
All right, I guess I
Right.
could try this out, see how it goes.
Okay. Come up to the right screen.
All the concentration
right.
faces.
Here we go. So who's gonna make some calls here?
So that's Bob at the top, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm.
I think Geo probably knew I was gonna play my Uriel because I was just been
I
flogging him to
didn't.
death.
I didn't. What
I've
just
been looking
has
for
me
every opportunity. Like anytime I can play life, even if it's only
So-
like 12 mana, I'll use Uriel and a creeping ooze or something. Just to use him.
because of no shields, I use something that naturally doesn't have shields, so I don't feel bad about choosing it.
I did
So
this
I just
again
went
with
with death.
I did this with Matt last week with I played my Goblin Mech with no shields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to give this one to Geo.
I would agree.
You do have a lot of health there with Uriel,
Does.
and he can take out that Windeku if he's still alive when that happens. I think that's the big concern. And if he does, then the Thorns I think will probably finish him off based on what I'm seeing with Geo's firepower that he's sending you away, particularly if he manages to poison. So I'm going to give it to Geo. I think you heard him. I think you give him a blood lip, fat lip, blood nose, but I don't think you'll win it.
Yeah. I can't believe I screwed myself with the rule set again. I've even gone with extra shields here, which
No.
+1 shield, +2 shields,
no,
unprotected.
it's
This is exactly what I did last week with Matt.
It's wasted.
I know. Oh,
But hey,
Yeah.
Uriel, man.
yeah, he's healing, so, but he's only going to get a shot on his second turn.
That's
We're
true.
both dropping poison.
Yeah, I'm scared if you just start ripping through my back row and you hit both times on Naga Assassin, and then well, yeah.
And I know that you like sneaks. That's why I chucked him at the back there.
Yeah, I do. But everyone does. You're using sneak.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
So you both reckon I'm done for. So let's just see.
Don't say it like that, Bob.
FML. Poison.
There's the
straight
poison.
away. Yeah. Oh, I got my poison in too.
Hey, exactly what I said, huh?
I like it when assassin like poison. Poison's 2 in a row.
Oh,
No, it's all over.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thorns
Uh,
+2.
Yeah.
For the
And
Silver
look, his
Shield
Windiku's
Assassin. Oh, he's
still got
poisoned
10
anyway.
health. And he's gonna heal back up now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Well done, Geo.
Yeah, thank you. I do also like Dragon. It's actually my favorite splinter. As I've been using Dragon and have a Quicks at level 3. I just got a Carnage Titan. I really like it. So
I just don't get into the dragons because my summoner. And
It's
even
the
Quicks
most
now is
versatile.
is like $20 a BCX or
Nah.
something.
I thought it was like 16, 15, 16, 17. Last time I saw it, which was like this morning, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Mm.
Well, you're the winner. So you want to take on the man?
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
try to do it right this time, okay?
All right.
Yeah, I'll verse Matt Clark, right?
I
And
thought you were up
playing
against
Andrew.
Andrew.
Oh,
Yeah.
Andrew, yes, yeah. Who am I sending it to? Which
What league do you want to play?
whatever league you want to play. I'll play to your strengths.
I'm comfortable in diamond or silver.
We'll do Diamond.
Then Anubis 85.
All right.
Okay. Why must okay, yeah, there we go.
I like your Moxie, kid.
What's
Yeah,
a
he's-
Moxie?
It's just old school.
Mojo.
Yeah, your mojo. Your
Your
style.
balls. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll send it now. I forgot how to send.
Challenge is at the top now.
Is it?
You
Oh,
got the
yeah.
challenge. Yeah.
Do you have to send a modern challenge or a wild challenge, or can you?
Isn't it
Is it
all
challenge?
wild for
Challenge.
challenges?
Yeah, it's just what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just wild right now.
Okay.
All cards. Okay. Anubis 85. Right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I spelt it right.
Yeah, I
It's
got
in
it.
the list on the right.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, I'm trembling.
It's a learning experience.
I must say, as hosts of the show, we don't have a good track record against our guests, do we?
We don't.
We're usually at
No.
flog raw. Yeah.
Yeah. Still, I mean, if we were any good at the game, guests would just go, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. No, I can't go on there." So it's extra like incentive to come on the show because you're almost definitely going to beat us. It should be our catchphrase. We won't embarrass you.
Oh man, I don't know.
Last week,
really don't.
because Blue Hat plays just in the bronze leagues, we all battled at bronze. Man, it's a whole new like level because you've all those buffs you normally depend on. Because like I chucked in my cursed Windiku right at the beginning, and then afterwards like realized no heal.
I just don't know what to do anymore.
I've already submitted.
Yeah, we saw that. So like there,
I'm
it's
struggling
like-
with one card. Maybe I'm overthinking. I don't know. All right. Yeah, chosen. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You just get embarrassed in front of the whole world. That's all.
He's already won up.
Okay, so now I will share screen at 150%. So the whole screen.
If it looks good for you, then share screen. Yeah.
Okay, well, I will do that. Share screen. Yes. How's that?
Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Thoughts?
All those, but look at those buffs everywhere.
I'm
Like,
scared
wow.
of his repairs.
Gio,
He's
can
got
you move forward
repairs,
to the rule set?
Ah, yeah, sure can.
Okay, no magic,
No magic
and
and
blast.
blast. So this is where Palladius would have come in handy.
I am.
And Defender
I
of
think-
Truth.
I think Andrew's longevity, man, with the armor and the repairs, I think that might best me, to be honest. I really do think so. I think he's going to take a lot of the blast damage, and he's got a scatter shot, portal spinner at the end. I mean, I'm really scared of that. So I think he's got it. I think he's got it. He's got slow. Yeah, he's got slow as well on Venenator.
What's the purple card? Yours, Gio, with the sneak and the double shot.
Oh, she's the sickest.
Yeah.
Dampier Infiltrator, man. Like, she's amazing.
Actually, that was one thing we noticed the other day, Matt. 37 packs and not one single dragon card.
I'm not sure how many dragon cards there are in the Chaos Legion set.
Mainly
don't
just
know.
legendaries.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That
I
might
am
be-
using a level 3 summoner. Shit, I forgot about that. But hey, it's okay.
Oh, that's
I
a
think-
point, yeah.
I think, to be honest, this is going to go Andrew's way fairly
I think so.
fairly easily because his
Mm,
tank has taunt, whereas Gio, you have Uriel, and that's great.
yeah.
But all of his opportunists, snipe, all that are going to hit your back row.
Yeah.
All you're going to do is hit his shield bearer,
You're right.
and then you're going to all your blast damage is going to be diverted to
Yeah.
Venator, whatever his
And
face.
then Uriel is going to hit a shield. Most likely.
Yes, yeah, and so Uriel, it's all well and good that he's healing, but he's not getting attacked, right? Your back row's getting wrecked. Meanwhile, they're all attacking his silver shield,
Yeah.
whatever he's. I just
The
said it
bearer.
a second ago. Yeah, shield bearer. And so yeah, this is definitely Andrew's.
You know
Andrew's
what? I forgot about that. The taunt, huh? And shield.
Yeah.
And it's got shield. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's just
Yeah,
play.
with-
I'm going to play.
Wasn't it you
With
who
blast.
said to me the other day, why on earth would someone put a taunt card in the first position? Was it you who said that to me the other day?
No, in the second position.
Okay.
In the second
Yeah.
position.
He does have
in a
a-
blast rule
He
set.
does have a snipe that's going to be going for you, Uriel, but his Yeah, the Stitch Leech is going to be going for your back card.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Alright.
Scattershot. Yeah.
Let's play it.
Yeah.
Scattershot's there in case you played a taunt.
Mm.
Yeah.
And shut up. Wow. Okay.
Straight to the middle of the back row.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snipe is deadly with blast because you usually get 3 cards.
Yep.
Sneak, you're only going to get 2.
Yeah. This is wow.
Yeah.
This is yeah. I thought it was going to be a little bit more fair, but nah, this is just a total domination.
If you need to step it down to silver, we can do that.
It's okay. I don't think I want to play anymore.
All right, I'll give you a game. I'll give you a game in silver then.
That's solid. No,
if I can
good on
redeem
you.
myself. Yeah.
I want to see his gold foil cards. I love seeing the full array of gold foil. I reckon that always looks sexy.
Yeah. It only
Okay.
the account. I think I
I'm just gonna
used
skip.
one beta card and then it's all gold foil or alpha cards.
All right.
That's that. Thank you for the ass whooping.
Absolutely, anytime.
I've actually, yeah. I mean that taunt man and everything else going on. I think it was smooth. That was a good play. Well
All
done.
right. So the 10-minute mark just came up. So we've got 10 minutes left on the clock. So your gold foil cards are in silver, are they?
Yes.
All right. So let's quickly. Should just get in one more game. I hope. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, as they say.
What was
And
the
what's
Andrew,
the
what was the
account?
account
Sorry,
name?
Andrew. What's the account?
Fiction 85.
Fiction 85.
Yep.
And silver. All right. Okay, sent the challenge.
All gold.
Yeah, it's crazy. The gold foil silver account is like price value almost as expensive as my champion account.
All right, so we've got
Wow.
blast, weak magic, 40 mana cap, and only fire and earth available.
Well, that seems like it's playing into his strengths again. Earth, blast.
None of those reflection shield, like Tidebiter's not there.
Yeah.
Minotaur fella. See, my thinking, I'm hearing blast and I've got earth available. I'm straight to Minotaur Warlord with Failed Summoner behind him for the double magic reflect.
From the blast damage, yeah.
From the double the and then Failed Summoner's strengthened, so he's +1. Throw a couple of healers behind, maybe your Wood Nymph, she's +1 to health. You get the Minotaur Warlord's health right up there, and then he's getting healed for a lot, reflecting back a lot of that magic damage.
It's actually legit.
Mm.
But hey, also like what Andrew was doing, taunt, man, that's very powerful.
Taunt is super
blast.
powerful. I got wrecked in this current brawl. My opponent played Grund, is that sort of reptilian with the 2 warhammers up the
he's
front.
sick.
He's
he had
wrecked
his,
me before.
Yeah, he had the 9 mana, the new Earth Taunt up right at the back, and it just split my attack between the 2 and just totally wrecked me.
The one with taunt, my Salic Slipstream.
That's the one, Slip Spawn.
It's slip spawn stream.
So how are we looking, guys? We got a match? We got a rumble?
Yeah, I've already submitted my team.
Got 29 seconds on the clock. Ah!
I was in the same position. It's not a good start.
It is a nice feeling when you've submitted, though.
Right, there we go, with 16 seconds on the clock. All right.
The relief,
nice.
isn't it?
While I remember too, you know how we all had a good laugh at Geo's obnoxious gas?
Obnoxious fumes, yeah.
Obnoxious fumes, yeah. Talking about that yesterday morning when we were doing the packs, you've got one of those as well, Matt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything Pacific?
What's the Earth healing card? 6 mana.
Goblin Psychic.
Earth healing. Yeah, I'm going to say Goblin Physic.
Yeah, you always say
Yeah.
physic. Yeah.
Goblin physic.
Yeah, it's Goblin
Yeah,
Psychic.
I don't have one, so I'm normally just seeing somebody
Ah,
else's. So
okay,
yeah.
okay.
I think I have one at
Alright.
like level 1.
Okay. Who's gonna make some calls here?
Oh shit.
They do look sexy, all them gold cards.
Yeah.
Roaring.
See, Andrew's gone range heavy again.
Yeah, he's got a bit of magic in there that should your void should help.
Yeah, he's taken 2 shields off my mech.
He's got 2 snipes. So
Yeah, for the blast damage. Yeah.
yeah.
I've got 2 snipes as well, but yes.
He does have return fire, I think, on, I don't know what her name is. But I think one of your snipes will hit that, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's play this out and get to, because we've got the Zoom timer.
Yeah.
I mean, I like what you've
Andrew will
done.
take it out.
Yeah. I mean, I totally see the reasoning behind your plays, Bob. I really do. I just think he's chosen a bit better, and he's got higher mana. Yeah, he's got really good level cards for these 2.
Yeah.
I think the
you know?
speed.
Look at the
yeah,
like
the
6
speed
lives,
too.
8 lives, 8 lives, 6 lives. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and he's got
There goes my
I didn't know
silence.
chain golem's busted. Shield
Yeah.
and void.
Chain Golem's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, insane.
Best
And
silver
tank
tank
heal.
in the game.
Yeah. And then you got tank heal just to really, to really settle it in that he's not dying anytime soon.
Void and shield on the same card. It's like broken.
Yeah. That's what's Lord Arianthus all over again. There it is.
Right, and he doesn't get a shot now, so all over. Well done, Andrew.
Yeah, no, awesome.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right.
And
So,
Matt,
oh, we're out of time.
No, we
now.
can't.
got-
Obviously,
Yeah,
I'd love to.
yeah.
I'd love to take him to school, but no, because of the technical.
Well,
that
actually, the
time?
time this comes out, everyone's going to know anyway. So I can drop the bomb. That brawl link that Mick dropped into the 101 server, the brawl, gold foil brawl. Yeah, I put that on the end of our last episode as a little post edit addition. So, yeah. Because Matt's on a mobile, you can't battle, so I thought just chuck that in. It's a good one.
Okay, yeah, but that's
All right. So, anyone got any final words? Any wrap ups? 3 minutes on the clock. First off, Andrew, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
amazing
Been a
how
lot of
fast the
fun.
time goes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
People say, "What are we going to talk about for an hour?" Don't worry.
know.
It's just-
Yeah. Everyone's same response is like, man, how are we going to pass this time with what? Like, how can you do it casually and fill that amount of time? And it just happens.
Yeah.
It's like, it's awesome. And yeah, dude, thank you, man. Because I think we could go in so much more, so many more topics on what you know and how knowledgeable you are on this game and outside of this game. So yeah, I think we have to have you back on one day.
Can we get him back after Splinterfest, maybe? Because I want to know what that
Yes,
was like from somebody
That would
who
be
was there.
awesome.
Mhm.
Maybe even we could time it, a little bit of a live sort of on the scene, like Splinterfest moment, like maybe 5 minutes or something while you're there, and then I can chuck that into the episode or something.
That
Yeah,
would be
absolutely.
But definitely get you on after. Yeah. And if you're watching this and you want us to break down one of your battles, drop it in the comment section below. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, drop a comment in the section below, because every week the commenter who generates the most engagement from their comment will also receive 10% of the post rewards. So like share and all that stuff. But most importantly, comment. And I do reply to every single comment. Again, thanks for joining us
Pleasure, Andrew.
on episode
Yeah, thanks.
31. And we look forward to seeing you guys in episode 32. I'm Boba Fett. Peace out.
Comical.